Hey guys, let's take a look at Marvel's Tales of the Zombie. And this title ran from 1973 to 1975. It ran 10 issues, and it also had one annual. And I've got my little framing pieces here assisting me. There's Simon Garth himself in the Marvel Legends Monsters box set. And over here is the Vern Langdon zombie shambling this way. So anyway, those are my little assistants for this video. Now this title was really great. It was mostly the comic book artwork, but there was also, some articles in here about movies and such, and with photos and text stories, so it's like a neat little mix of the two, but it was mostly comic book art. Now, this character actually was created by Bill Everett in a short story for Menace number 5 from 1953 and revived by Marvel in the 70s. The first, fourth, and 10th issues have the indicia title Tales of the Zombie. And on the cover, it says Tales of the Zombie. But for most of these issues, the indicia just reads Zombie. So I just file mine under Zombie. I usually go with the indicia. It's kind of weird in this title that they had different issues with either Tales of or just Zombie, but I just went with Zombie for it. Neither here nor there, just trying to be thorough. This first issue here, this fantastic cover is by Boris Vallejo. Interior art, John Buscema, Tom Palmer, Bill Everett. In a reprint, this is the Menace number 5 story that introduces Simon Garth. It's reprinted in this first issue. And by Dick Ayers in a reprint, Pablo Marcos, Tom Sutton, John Buscema, and Sid Shores. And there's number 2. With most of these, they did not have the issue number on the cover. You have to check the indicia for the issue number. But anyway, that number 2 there, another great cover by Boris Vallejo. He usually just signed Boris. And interior art by Pablo Marcos, Win Mortimer, George Tuska in a reprint, John Romita, Gene Colan, Ralph Reese, and Gene Colan in a reprint. I really like the work of Ralph Reese. He studied under Wally Wood. He did some good stuff for Monster Mags back in the day. This number 3, another cover by Boris Vallejo. And got some voodoo action there, of course. Zombies and voodoo, they go hand in hand. Interior art by Pablo Marcos, Bill Everett, Tony DiPreta in a reprint, Vincenti Alcazar, Bill Walton in a reprint, and Enrique Badia. And here is number 4. Hey, James Bond versus Voodoo. That was a good one. That was back when Roger Moore was James Bond. I couldn't get past him being the Saint on the TV show, but that one was pretty good, that Bond movie. Anyway, moving right along, this is number 4, cover by Boris Vallejo. Interior art, Pablo Marcos, Rich Buckler, Vic Martin, Win Mortimer, Ron Wilson, and Ernie Chan as Ernie Chua. Here's number 5, cover by Earl Norham. Now that's really nice there. That's as good as the Vallejo stuff. It's just really cool. And it's got Brother Voodoo in there. Interior art, Pablo Marcos, Russ Heath in a reprint, Sid Shores, Dick Ayers, Mike Esposito, and Frank Springer. Number 6. This cover is by Earl Norham. And interior art, Pablo Marcos, Gene Colan, and Frank Chiaramonte. This Brother Voodoo appearance happens in continuity between Strange Tales 173 and Marvel Team Up number 24. They always had good continuity at Marvel. It's one of their strong suits. This number 7, now that's really awesome, that cover. This cover is by Earl Norham. Interior art, Pablo Marcos, Alfredo Alcala, Dan Green, Win Mortimer. Number 8, another cover by Earl Norham. Interior art, Mike Kaluta, Pablo Marcos, Ron Wilson, Mike Esposito, Frank Giacoia, and Alfredo Alcala. And there's number 9, cover by Earl Norham, art by Win Mortimer, Virgilio Redondo, Alfredo Alcala, Young Montano, Ron Wilson, and Pablo Marcos. Number 10, cover by Earl Norham, interior art, Tom Sutton, Tony DeZuniga, Virgilio Redondo, Rudy Nebris, Vincente Alcazar. And that's the last issue, then, well, of the normal numbering. There's the annual. And that features all reprints, except for the cover, of course. This cover is by Earl Norham. Always like to see zombies coming up from their grave. Interior art, Pablo Marcos, John Buscema, Tom Palmer, Bill Everett, John Buscema, Sid Shores, Ralph Reese, Vincente Alcazar, Enrique Badilla, Frank Springer, Alfredo Alcala. All of those are reprints in that annual issue. And that pretty much covers Tales of the Zombie, or just Zombie, from Marvel. It was a great series, and I'm going to have more Marvel Monster Magazine mayhem coming right up. So stay tuned. I'm out of here.